and there is nothing worse than that.
No, it's not. Nothing more annoying than that, as well as the rain that has been stuck with us all day today.
Yeah, it's been raining ever since the afternoon shows, and what can we expect for the big important travel day tomorrow, as well as your Thanksgiving Day?
Well, let's take a look on your weather forecast. Hopefully we won't be getting any of this snow for Thanksgiving. Let's just save that for next holiday.
That would be nice.
Yes.
Well, could there be a coaching change for the Bears?
Yes, there could. Game planning for Brett Favre and the Vikings are not the only thing happening behind closed doors at Halas Hall. Coming up, stunning reports that could change the face of the Bears organization. We'll explain all of that next in sports.
Time now for sports. The day began with Super Bowl winning coach Bill Cowher telling the NFL Network that he would be intrigued at the possibility of coaching the Bears.
And by the afternoon, Pro Football Weekly's Huber Kush was reporting that the Bears ownership is making informal inquiries about some of the big coaching names out there. Cowher, John Gruden, Mike Shanahan, just to name a few that the ownership is readying itself, and the possibilities of changes if their 4-6 season gets worse.
Well, the Bears are a long way from firing anyone, especially Lovie Smith, who is owed up to $11 million. Arkush told 670 The Score today that they are quietly sending messages to these free agent coaches by making backroom phone calls. The Bears Media Regulations Department tells us tonight that this report is complete fiction.
I don't think there's been any decision made to clean house, but I've been able to confirm now that the people who own your football team are starting to at least consider some of the same things that the media has been talking about and that the fans are calling for. You're not committing yourself to anything, but you're saying to these 5 guys, when you go looking now,
think about it.
Consider who's looking, and don't do anything rash, because maybe the perfect situation is out there.
We'll definitely have to stay tuned to this story.
Well, Notre Dame is uncharacteristically shutting down media access to all players and coaches this week. It comes after the news that Jimmy Clausen was in a bar fight earlier Sunday morning. The fighting Irish quarterback wore a dark visor in practice today. It has been reported that a fan followed him on his way out of a bar and punched him in the eye. Clausen will start on Saturday at Stanford, and that is all pretty much head coach Charlie Weis wanted to divulge.
We're talking about Stanford.
About Stanford too.
Yep, you want to ask me a question about Stanford? I'm all ears. Stanford week. We're talking about Stanford. It's the Stanford press conference. I talked on Sunday about all the State of the Union and all the other stuff. Today we're talking about Stanford. Let's talk about Stanford.
Can't we talk about practice?
No.
All right, around this time tomorrow night, Marian Hossa will be making his Blackhawks debut in San Jose. The Hawks tell us he will be skating on the same line as Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane. Talk about a killer line there. Hossa is eager to get going after undergoing shoulder surgery back in July.
Because sometimes you're not sure, but I'm happy. It's been 4 months and I feel good on the ice and ready to go.
Should be good. I mean, he's got a good one-timer. He's very smart with the puck, likes to make simple plays, and it's kind of the same thing with him and Havlat. They love the give-and-go plays, and you could see that. So hopefully we can do some damage.
Hosting Liberty was about as refreshing as a cup of water for Northwestern tonight. Jeremy Nash kicks it to Drew Crawford, who tallies a few on his game-high 22, and the Cats win it 69-53. Also, real quickly, the Chicago Fire has fired their head coach, Dennis Hamlet.
Lots of interesting sports news going on. Yeah. The most interesting being, the head coaching position of the Bears.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It will be the story to watch, and I'm sure we'll all be over it tomorrow.
Yeah, of course we will. All right, after a final timeout for us here tonight at 10, how clowning around in class was encouraged today for these Chicago students.
Got a news tip or an idea you would like to send to News 6? Just log on to our website. It's news6chicago.com. it was a bit of cleaning around today at a Southside magnet school. Red Rubber Noses replaced pencils at Coles Academy on the south side. Students and teachers were surprised today by the stars of the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus Clowns. Through Chicago Public Schools partnership program, the circus has donated more than $40,000 in cash, along with tickets to go see the greatest show on earth. Today, the clowns took over the classrooms, teaching kids tricks of the trade, and I'm sure they're still smiling.
I bet they're loving every minute of that. I know I would.
Me too.
That is our news for now. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight at 10.
The news begins tomorrow at 4:30.
Have a good night.